Hello Cancers, my name is Steph. If you'd like to come on and have a seat for some symbolic support, we're going to create an ink blot made in your name and essence to see what shapes and symbols stand out and speak to our psyche and psychic senses. We'll add on Tarot and Oracle, and where Mr. Ghost Gift is here kicking, we have Ghost Tube for any audio additions from the afterlife that may look to add to our aura adventures. So if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome home. Let's go. Your Kali card, Cancer, that came through, should the artistry inspire or the words, I will remember to read it this time, is Bahadra Kali. I'll leave that there while I'm creating. And Cancers, you know the drill. We're here creating a portal to perceive in, less worrying about making a masterpiece. Sorry, I kind of blanked out there. If you'd like to comment below, any interactions with the channel, maybe an emoji, whatever feels good, Cancers. Or wherever Cancer is in your chart. It doesn't have to be your sun sign. I hope you guys are doing well. I will also be doing an extended for the Secret Society members. If you'd like to join us, the link to the video will be down below. But no pressure. All right, Cancers, we're just about there. When you're ready. Sorry, you can always fast forward if this bores you to death. You've got the power. When you're ready, Cancers, if you'd like to take a breath with me and close the eyes. Cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush. Activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support in the name and honor of the Cancerian Collective. May you meet a message with meaning. When you're ready for the reveal, Cancers, there you go. If you want to take that in. And like I said, if you want to share what you see, sense, or feel, please feel well to comment below. Drop an emoji, whatever the case may be. Or keep to oneself. I get it. Okay.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm noticing for one reason or another the blue coloring of the skin and the blue outside. I feel as though some sort of emotion is speaking to me. And when I was getting ready, Cancer, emotions talking, I was singing the song, I'm sorry, so sorry that I was such a fool. I don't know if that has significance for somebody or it's in the air, but it's definitely coming from the throat. There's also something, I feel like maybe you have created, or by speaking it into existence, Cancers, you literally created it. Manifested. Sorry, very hot out here. Was at the flower farm today. But do you know what I'm saying? You speak things into existence, and a lot of it has to do with how you're feeling. Okay, speaking into existence. I might have just put ink all over my face. We're good. We're good. All right. There is a very skinny elephant. You know how, I don't know exactly, what is it with when the symbolic meaning of an elephant with its trunk up or trunk down and maybe where it's facing, there's something about that. But I am seeing this skinny elephant. This is a sickle.
It's here.
Do you see this conversation? I feel like there's a finger pointing. I don't know if maybe just the art of forgiveness, and apply that wherever it may feel well. Maybe this is what you've been doing, have been doing. Sorry if my shadow's in the way. I do try. Because it's the skinny elephant is like
Willie,
somebody doesn't remember or isn't holding on to remembering the way I remember it. That's how it's making me feel. But there's a finger pointing about it. See if I can bring this up and not be so selfish. There's a finger pointing. It's something that I care about or someone that I care about, but this feels older. The red is more like a
are you
rusty
scared?
red. This is more pink magenta. This could be an aspect of me, but I'm getting the feeling it's outside of me. Even with the emotion, it's outside of me a little bit. But it's coming in. Like I embody whatever I think and feel, I infuse it in and speak things into existence by this very alchemy. That's the power I'm holding. I understand. I'm seeing a Venus flytrap right here, one of those plants that do the catch flies. What is that? Okay, sorry. I gotta go this way so I can see it a little bit bigger. There are claws here, like claw marks. And these claw marks, do you know what it's reminding me of, Cancers? I'll just say it.
Bloody.
Receive or release it. But yeah, it's reminding me, if you've ever watched like ghost shows or, you know, I don't necessarily want to give it anyway, when they get 3 scratches on them and it's like a mark. I don't know if maybe you've gone through something where you feel marked or someone or something has been marked. But this is it right. It's connected to this skinny elephant. I'm going to keep going. Please receive or release freely. I'm suddenly seeing this skinny elephant's mouth open up. And if you've ever seen the show Stranger Things or Tremors, that kind of thing. Maybe this is like my kind of like demon of remembering. Something is chained up here. I'm seeing it like a Doberman pinscher. There's a collar. There's a collar on this. Something about gentleness is coming through. Like I want to be gentle. Maybe this is what I'm saying. Be gentle. Be gentle. Even though it might be... yeah, sorry. Goes to... There's something I'm thinking, but I'm being very careful in the Cancerian collective. Something I'm thinking and feeling. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? Is it too late for you to receive and I'm sorry? Gentle, gentle, because I kind of get this feeling like I want to leap. There's also something about eyelashes. I don't know, or maybe makeup. Flary fun. I don't know. I don't wear makeup, so I don't know. Like just flary fun. There's something else going on up here. While I take a moment to gaze upon that, let me start getting this card ready. 14 or 5. You might be going through a change. For some, this might also be like menopausal or your cycle. Okay,
28.
So that's one way. Thank you. And then I'm also hearing another masculine or feminine, a hormonal cycle of how maybe I've dealt with anger, resentments, and maybe there has been a shift in this. And that's, I'm not like telling this creature, the Stranger Things creature that was the skinny elephant, to be like, no, bad. That's not how I'm doing this. It's just a very interesting conversation over here. I am reading a book. I feel like I'm a little gnome or an elf. No, that's not the right word.
Steven.
It is masculine in nature. Masculine energy. Anywho, so I'm going to forgo trying to figure out what it is. I feel like there's a word. Hobbit? A hobbit. Maybe it's a hobbit? And this hobbit has a tree as a brain. There's something about like left and right side brain or the binaural beats, something along that lines. There's a kiss from somebody in spirit. Spirit meaning the afterlife. Whoever they are, they're close enough that you would kiss on the lips, like a peck. Is that what that is? Is that glass? I forget, because I'm trying to figure out what I'm seeing, but the interesting way, the way I'm seeing it is like a translucence where I could maybe see an outline, but I can still see through. Maybe it's like as if I was looking through a glass, through the looking glass, through a glass. Okay, so for some you might be noticing that, seeing the spirit of a loved one trying to come through, or they do come through and you see them.
I'm lost.
In between sleep and wake. If you're not lost, love, if you're here with me, we're lost together. But we're not lost. For others, this feels as though I'm seeing the old commercial for drinking and driving. When I say old, like maybe 90s, and it would be showing the road, somebody driving, but you're seeing it through the windshield, and then they would put a glass, like somebody finished a beer or whatever you put in, your beverage. And as each glass was added, it would show how the vision changed. So I'm seeing that. The vision, it's not necessarily about inebriation, but it might be in relation to some sort of emotion, the way I'm remembering it, or the emotion that I'm associating with someone or something. Okay, so maybe it might be,
Where are we?
Fuzzing the view of where I'm actually going. Okay, sorry, hold on. And now I'm also seeing like a big bear. They have things stuck on their finger. See if I can bring this up to you without causing chaos. Like, here's the hand of this bear. And it's like I've got things stuck on my fingers. And I'm like, I can't touch it. Like, it's like I have sticky fingers. Sticky fingers. They're also wearing a crown, though. Do you know who it's reminding me of? I think is it King Midas? The tale where the king like thinks he's wearing robes, or that he's invisible, but really he's naked. I don't know, something about that. Something about that. That's very fun. Okay. Here, I'm seeing a very specific kind of tree that also has the ability to be light as a feather, stiff as a board type thing. The leaves, imagine they're all feathers, because I'm seeing a feather duster, but this feather duster is a tree. So the feather duster is a tree. Then I'm also seeing a celebration, one of those things that it would go honk, and it would go boop, and it would unravel, some sort of maybe celebration. Maybe it is a birthday.
I hear you.
Okay, let me read this before I get all distracted, and I'm just going to read the quick blurb. Bahadra Kali, our wild divine mother, knows when to become gentle with our hearts, bestowing sweetness that liberates us from fear. Though you may have faced much struggle and challenge on your
Cemetery.
path, know it may seem only the most powerful intensity could stem the tide of negativity. The Dark Mother of Grace will conquer the obstacles to your freedom with gentleness. She manifests herself now
It's
as
what I
Bhagavad
want.
the Gentle.
Leaving.
She will, thank you, she will calm the waves of emotion, eradicate doubt and
Graveyard.
despair, and provide safe and graceful passage through all difficulties. This could be somebody's mother, sibling. It's a feminine energy primarily, male or female expressed indifferent. Gentleness, right? Gentleness and emotions. There might have been some sort of difficulty. I feel like I'm very protective over something because down here it's black, but my black, the shadow turns into this purple. It's almost like somehow I'm clearing the veins of communication between. It's not human and higher self. I feel like I'm very specifically in the emotional body. It's like the emotional depth and the emotional ecstasy. Portrait. Is this our portrait of seeing? Okay. Let's add on some tarot cards. So I feel like my camera is like really close to me. If you see anything else, Cancers, thank you so much. If I haven't said so already, please do consider sharing and subscribing. Your presence, attention, and awareness is truly appreciated, and you guys warm my haunted heart, so thank you. I'm here for the Cancer Collective.
Wine.
The Hierophant. What was that? Would you like some wine? Did I do that? Why did I hear that? Would you like some wine with that cheese? I'm dancing down here. I feel like I'm doing that. Okay, so now here's that song. Very specifically, sorry, there's also spirits kind of moving me towards it. But I'm hearing the song, Ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga. I can't stop this feeling. Oh, look, there's a radio in there. Deep inside of me. Right here. Girl, you just don't realize what you do to me. I'm also seeing the bottom of an old piano bench where I'm going to try and sit back just so I'm not... and the legs or the ball of the piano bench, but it's like a circle one, are glass. Oh, glass. Yeah, I don't know if somebody plays piano. Also something about eyes glazed over like glass. Maybe listen to Glass Tiger too. Is it Life is a Highway, or is that just in my imagination? And then I have here the Hangman. Yeah, see, my camera's all mucked up. I must have moved it with my hair. Sorry. Look at all, and all this green, and there's not necessarily a lot of green in your ink blot, but you have it here. Something's been recognized and realized. I feel like I can say things to bring them into existence, Cancer, or release them, if I may. It doesn't have to be through the power of angered passion. Does that make sense? Like pissed offness? Like that's not the only emotion that has a force that can drive something into existence. I feel as though either you're really good at the sailor. Papa the Sailor Man. Doo -doo.
Hello.
There's so much. Somebody also might be a sailor that you know in the afterlife, or you could be a sailor. Anything along that lines. Their gentleness is also a frequency that manifests into existence. I do feel like you know this. Because now I am using this feather duster up here. And this higher self over soul is tapping me on the back, actually. I feel like I'm seeing Uncle Fester from the Addams Family. There's something about a
6.
landmass. Something about a landmass. But crossing water or being near water, the properties of water. Look at all this greenery here. You know how, what is that? Shades of gray? I feel like you might got shades of green going on. I love it. Shades of green. We'll grab 2 more for Cancer and then we'll continue on to the extended. I'm also seeing one of those, sorry, I just zoomed out and I saw it. I don't know what they're called, forgive me. I'm trying to find a show that can help me because it just popped in. But you get you put your finger in it and it clasps your fingers together. I don't know if it's a lock or like a torture device or a disabling mechanism. Anywho, the point being is I feel like I'm out of it. Pointing the finger, it's like by pointing the finger or whatever this is, but I've released my fingers.
Scratch.
Yeah, but it comes into this, like, if I go back to the little bit of a horror movie, the scratches, the marked. You might have even marked somebody else, Cancers. For someone out there, you have marked someone else, like marked them to say whether they don't remember or they've moved on, whatever the case is, whatever it may be. I feel like for some you might have also marked somebody else. Whether it's just or not is none of my business. For what it's worth, when I follow that rabbit hole, they're paying of no mind.
Pick me.
And they're paying of no mind because they're focusing on a different part of the lesson. Somebody somewhere is stuck in a remembering, and it's like starving them. Or you. I don't know. Okay, and then last card we have here, the Hermit. See, and even this Hermit, see, because I don't know who this, okay, and I guess we're going to take that card. Who this is, if this is internal or external, but this feather duster tree of this Uncle Fester, thank you. And I did see at the beginning when I saw it as a skinny elephant, it could have also been a rhino. It's like, I don't know if it's me or somebody else that I view as strong or you are so strong, and for one reason or another felt they needed to be thinned out, starved for attention. Maybe this is you. Attention, nourishment, whatever this relationship is, corporate, creative, platonic, romantic, the ideas of life, right? Okay, so I'm going to go down that rabbit hole. And now, in this regard, for the Cancers here, it's as though you're paying of no mind to that because the lessons, the learning, the understanding, the grace has been integrated in. Likeable or not is not the point. The point feels is because I understand being a guest in the Cancerian collective that I create from the space of my thoughts and my feelings. And this isn't in like topical, dogma. We can all say, this is how you create. No, this is like not only just like book learnings. You've gone through things that have proven to you how to fine tune it for you and to move through the spectrum of forces and how something can come forward. But there's also a mindfulness of protruding or projecting onto somebody else or something else. And it's not going to be received even by your own sheer force. Anger or gentleness, it's not aligned with them anymore, whether there was an interaction or a resentment, a forgiveness, or once upon a time alignment. Somebody's moved on, so it's like that and maybe this is you. It's like it doesn't exist there, like it's not seen. It's not, it has no effect. That's not because someone does or doesn't have any power. Power exists, period. It's just
Traitor.
like vibrational. It doesn't align, so you don't see it. I don't know how else to say it. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Traitor, yeah, because there's something that somewhere along the lines is sticking in my craw. Or was at some point in time, whether it's you or someone around you in the Cancerian collective. But you have like this beautiful I don't know what is it, barbell, with like the weights on the end of how like heavy lifting, and then also lifting with your finger, like
Sacrifice.
something that could be as in this, I don't know, sorry, divine density of cells and waves, and I don't know, whatever it is that you're doing, Cancers, and it should be really heavy to lift or carry, to push, or a deadlift. Light as a feather, stiff as a board, but for you, it's light as a feather. I have no idea if this makes sense. The last card before I continue on to the extended is the Ace of Wands. And this is so nice because it brings me into this feeling, like between these two cards there. It's like I am receiving a new voice. There's a path past the tower. Whether it is of you or someone else, you're going to move past the tower because you're not going to take the bait, even if it's bothersome or even pointing a finger. Because it's almost like your wisdom is, if I point the finger externally, there are other things to be pointed back at me. What do I want to be let go of, released?
Scratch.
I don't know. Scratch.
Institution.
Start again. That's how I'm feeling. And maybe this is with somebody else, or if somebody comes towards you and like, forgiveness, and you're like, yeah, I've so moved on, or I forgot about that, or it was like really far back. So scratch, new beginning, but that doesn't mean to say it's going to look any way that it was before, because you don't want it to be the way it was before. There might be attributes of it, but okay, I'm going to continue on to the extended Cancers. Thank you so much for being my muse. I hope you did meet a message with meaning. If you decide to join me, gratitude. If not, I will see you again soon. So much love.
Crying.